Yo, what it do? It is. It's the recap. And we're here to recap Friday and have some general conversation. And then after we recap Friday and have some general conversation, we'll just see where it goes. We'll see who wants to join the live. We'll see who wants to get in here and talk. We'll see who wants to have a good time. Again, it's Tuesday. I did not charge the mouse for the MacBook, so like I wasn't wondering what was wrong. I just was trying to figure it all out. And come to find out that the mouse is dead. What it do, man? Y'all know what it is, man. It's Tuesday. It's the recap. Get in here. Once you're here, you know what to do. Share it with your grandmother. That's if she not watching hard copy or inside edition. Yeah, I'm letting my age show. It's okay though, because it's Tuesday. As always, I'm sleepy, but I'm still packed full of energy. So we're gonna bring y'all a fire recap. Just recapping what we talked about Friday. I'm shooting this on the off page. Why are you shooting it on the off page, DA? I really don't know. I just decided to try something new. It's running on YouTube, but I'm shooting it on the off page just to see. They say I ain't gonna tell y'all what they say, but I'm shooting this on the off page. So if you're not used to seeing my face on this page on a Tuesday, that's because I never shoot on this page on a Tuesday. I want to see what type of support this page can garner on a Tuesday. So again, if you're not hip to what's going on I Just Want to Talk podcast, I shoot a Tuesday night recap, and I basically recap what we talked about Friday. And in that recap, I'll ask all those watching or those who don't have nothing else better to do to share it. So if you're new to this, you're new to the recap, go ahead and share it. Why not? What else you doing? You're here, you're watching it. And if you on YouTube watching it, then that just means you rock. I got to figure this out. I got to get this point down packed to which it's this one. Okay. So if you're watching on YouTube, you one of the 875 and you rocking with me, you got the notifications on. I do have the comments up, so I can get in tune with what wants to be said. You know what? Let me pull this up on a joint so I can get this out there. But I dropped the link. I dropped the link in the description. So if you definitely want to join the live and talk about anything that you want to talk about, do that. I'm in that type of mood. I want to have a conversation. I don't know why every time the camera comes on, I got to belch. I want to have a conversation, man. I want to see what y'all got going on. And just cuz I'm in a good mood. I will hope y'all in a good mood. It's Tuesday. It's not Monday. Monday gets in the way of stuff. But it's Tuesday. It's the recap. So without any further jargoning, get in here, man. The link the link so you can join the live is in the descriptions. So you can see that right now. It's at the top of this. So if you want to come in here and have a conversation, go ahead and tap that boy. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm not partial to anything. No, let me make that smaller. I'm not partial to any type of particular conversation. I just want to know what y'all got going on. I want to recap last week. And then I also want to tell y'all about the Black Effects podcast festival that I went to this weekend, that my wife let me out the house to experience. Yeah, I said it right. And I'm not shying away from it. My wife let me out the house so I can go enjoy the Black Effects podcast. Man, I don't even know where to start, man. Let me take my glasses off because it's already happening. So this weekend, the Black Effects Podcast Network, which is a podcast network that hosts an array of different black podcasts from Big Facts, even though, they signed to Result, but they play their podcast on this channel. Big Facts, Hilarious Jess, they do actually run the Breakfast Club on there. Who else was there? The Michelle Williams podcast, 85 South. Man, it was crazy. It's a big deal, man. It was a lot going on. But if I can be completely 100% honest, I didn't go to the Black Effects podcast festival this past weekend in Atlanta, because I wanted to see any of those. I actually went because I wanted to network with other black podcasts. I wanted to see how other black podcasts did things and how they handle things. Man, when I tell y'all, I learned a whole lot about podcasting in the span of 8 hours. It's crazy. Just the different dynamics, how people do things, how they run their particular cast. It was crazy, bro. And I had a great freaking time, man. I met some super dope people. We're gonna cross collab on each other's podcasts. I'm gonna have them on virtually. Obviously, it was in Atlanta, so I didn't run into any podcasts from Chicago. Everybody was from everywhere. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. Everybody was from everywhere, man, and it was a crazy good time. Again, man, it's this one over here. It was a good time. I ran into this cat, and names were a blur, so I'm definitely not gonna try to name anybody. All of the numbers that I put in my phone, all of the Instagrams that were exchanged, I don't know none of their names. They've been hitting me up, tagging me and stuff, and I'm super excited about that, man. It was a big deal energy-wise. There was a few of them in particular that stuck out. Teddy Tuesdays. So if you on Instagram, man, go and legit follow. If you rock with podcasts, go follow Teddy Tuesdays. That's Teddi Tuesdays. How do you spell Tuesdays? ESPQR. Yeah, man, it's the Tuesday night recap, so y'all know what's going on. Teddy Tuesdays. TEDDITUESDAY Tuesdays. She shoots every other weekend, but it's a live 85 South style show. It's crazy, bro. Got crazy energy. Man, his name eludes me. Teddy Tuesday stuck out because she was like me. She was just full of life, blah, 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 like just going 100 miles a minute. It was this cat I met, man. He has his own radio station. Damn it, I left my phone. Hold on. Because I want to show y'all this radio station. And I'm going to take this damn hat off. Jesus Christ. Look at me using the Lord's name in vain. Put my glasses back. I'm going to take my hat off. Put these glasses on. So, hey, it's so crazy, bro. I keep doing this on Tuesdays. Like, I'll just, get up and walk from in front of the camera. So, I want to show y'all this. I met this cat, man. I'm down there. I'm having a good time. I met this cat. This is a radio station. It's called Hot 107.1 FM. Hot 107.1 FM. This radio station plays all the music from 1995 to 2010 literally all day long. And I mean, that was just one of the hats that this cat was wearing. He does the radio for he does the talk radio for the Charlotte Bobcats or the Charlotte Hornets now. Their developmental league team. He does talk radio for the North Carolina Tar Heels. He does talk radio for the Carolina Panthers, but he has his own radio station. Again, bro, listen. I'm at the wrong camera. Hot 107.1 FM. It's on Apple, so it's an internet. It's an internet radio station. Bro, check this shit out. When I tell you all of the hits and just music from 95 to 2010, 15 years, and it just plays all day. It's super dope, man. Whole nother level. The dude had great energy. He was with his business partner. I'm going to try to bring them to the town because this dude is literally the jack of all trades. He has a lot going on. Again, don't know his name. Oh, but you know what? I do have his Instagram. He was on 3 or 4 seasons of Wildin' Out. I don't really watch TV. As soon as I showed my brother was like, oh, yeah, he was on Wildin' Out. I know what Wildin' Out is because obviously I keep 2 or 3 phones. So I can see the stuff on Wildin' Out, but bruh automatically knew that he was from Wildin' Out, which I thought that was really interesting. What is his name? This is him on Instagram. Can y'all see that? Go follow Big Homie. He definitely going crazy. You see the app right there for his music, right there. But go follow bruh, man. I'm talking about, man, listen, I met so many people. When I tell you I met so many people, it was oddly strange how the energies just matched. And I don't want to say it was solely because we're all black podcast hosts, but the fact that we were all there for the same reason. Watch this. And I hate to put this stigma on my people, but they had alcohol there. You could drink, like real alcohol, like not just beer, but everything. There was not one argument. There was not one fight. There was not one, you in my way, watch out, nigga. Excuse my language. There was none of that, bro. When I tell y'all, Saturday was like the culmination of why I do this. Man, the Relay podcast on Instagram. I'm finna just be pulling all of this up, man. Bro, like I cannot wait. So they got a ladies' night on Tuesdays. That's Teddy Tuesday right there. Oh, and that's Teddy Tuesday right there. Go, man, anybody I show y'all, man, I'm telling you, go jump on their stuff. Because this is crazy. The Relay Convo, bro, they have a network of podcasts. And I know I'm just rambling, telling y'all about this stuff. I probably won't even start recapping. And you would say, oh, well, they don't got a lot of followers. Bro, listen, they might not have a lot of followers, but when I tell you they have a network of podcasts, meaning on every day of the week, you get to see somebody different. So you're never seeing the same show twice. It's crazy. Like, I can't wait. So tomorrow is ladies' night. I've been invited to their ladies' night. Shout out to Rose, man. Excuse me. Every time I get on the camera, it never fails. Rose was a fireball. When I tell you I met this lady, bro, and her energy instantly, it was crazy. I met a therapist. She has a podcast. Her podcast is called Okay Then, the Okay Then podcast. Find it, DA. The Okay Then podcast. Again, you might say, oh, they don't have a lot of followers. Man, listen, when you're building this platform, and obviously you have some that are just crazy. Like you see Teddy Tuesdays had like 6,000-7,000 people following her. When you're building this platform, I'll make my conversation about growing the channel. It's the other way, DA, you dummy. I'm not a dummy, but whatever. I'll make my conversation about growing the channel because that's my goal. If I can have this conversation and reach as many people as I can, that's what my goal is. And that's what I'm focused on right now. I'm not doing that one thing, but I know I have great content. I know I provide great context in my conversations. I know that I speak well. I know I have great energy. I know I have all of that. I'll always say that I am the best at what I do, and you can line me up with everybody else, Rogan, Button, Flip, any of these cats, man, what they doing with the shop, you would only say that they're better than me because they have a bigger following than I do. That's it. And you know them as celebrities. That's it. But outside of that, like Meek Mill said, if you're not telling yourself you're the best at what you do, you'll never be in that arena with the best that you do. So I'm not just doing it because that's what Meek said. I really feel this way. I've been saying this shit since I was shooting up against a wall in my garage with a t-shirt on, and my podcasting mentor, Anwar Asante, who happens to be my little brother, was telling me, yeah, bro, that's a white wall. Don't put on a white t-shirt. It confuses people. I was saying I was the best in because I know that I was meant to do this. Again, that's a whole nother, he probably is from Ohio. Cat Beauty. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was at this podcast festival and it was just great, man. It was so great. The energy was so organic, man, and the people was just lit. I mean, I hate to use the young terminology, but it was great, crazy energy, man. And it's just like, man, again, I'm shooting this on this platform, on this page, because a lot of y'all don't know me. If I shoot it on my page, on my channel, the one that I have where I'm from, Joliet, Illinois, a lot of people they gonna watch. But I want to start shooting this for y'all, Cat, because Cat, I don't know you. I think you probably from somewhere crazy, or maybe you do know. Maybe you live in Illinois. I don't know. But I want to start to give this podcast because that was something that I learned this weekend. Bro, stop putting on for the people who know you. No disrespect to anybody who was in here, because my core is my core, and y'all know I love y'all to death. But nope, she says she's from Ohio. I saw you in front of the drink stand and I followed you. Oh, wait. Are you the wait? You saw me in front of the drink. Oh, okay. So yeah, you must have just scanned the QR. You see what I'm saying? That's why it works, Cat. I rock with you. So I was trying to put everybody on in my city on with my QR codes on the back of my hoodies. I think I had on t-shirt, but I got one on now. So I just want to talk hoodies. Got the QR code on the back. I appreciate you for rocking. This is just like me doing a Tuesday night recap. I usually have a studio with guests. You know what I'm saying? So this is just me recapping, but I'm just kind of recapping what I saw Saturday. It was amazingly beautiful. Listen, I met the owner of Atlanta Inc. Like biggest tattoo shop in Atlanta. We just so happened to be talking. We was standing in line. I was actually charging my phone. Like I paid to charge my phone at this little spot. And he was trying to get a drink and he saw my stuff. And we just started talking about podcasts. And he was like, he owned like one of the food vendors. He was like the little short Puerto Rican cat. He owns Atlanta Inc. I don't know what was the name of his food truck. But he was like, man, I wear like 8 different hats. So he was like, where you from? I'm like, man, I'm from Illinois. I'm from Joliet. Like, and if y'all don't believe me, I'll show y'all the spot that I shot. Anywhere I go, bro, I never do that Chicago shit. Like, I love Chicago to death. I rock with a lot of people from the city. It's super cool. It's super amazing. But I'm Joliet crazy. And my core knows that. And for any of y'all who watching who don't know me, I appreciate you following me too, Cat. Cat, come back Friday. Enjoy tonight, because I swear I'm going to get past all of this. But enjoy tonight. But Fridays, it goes up in here, man. We have some of the best content, conversations, and the context behind it all is great. But I met the owner from Atlanta Inc. We started chopping it up, and he was like, damn, bro, like, you got good energy, man. Like, when is you coming back to Atlanta? When he said he had a tattoo shop, I'm thinking, oh, man, yeah, he low level. I started telling him, like, yeah, no, I'm getting ready to do a whole podcast sleeve. Yeah, like, I'm on that type of time. He like, well, man, put my number in your phone. We exchanged numbers. He like, here, put, like, man, I'm not even going to go too far into how we talk. But he like, bro, when you come back, like, I got you. He like, I'm the owner, but my main guy, Piccolo, that's he tells me about this cat named Piccolo. Instantly, when he says Piccolo, I'm like, oh, I rock with the dude already because I'm big Dragon Ball Z, whatever. He like, I'm going to have my main guy, Piccolo, do your whole joint. Obviously not for free, but you know what I'm saying? He was like, let me know when I'm coming. He going to book me. That's what good energy does. That's what good energy does. Like Kat just said, it was a vibe. I can't wait to go back next year. I cannot understate, man, the people that I met, the vibe, bro, their energy, their attitudes, and how they were passionate. It was cats there that hadn't even had an episode yet. But when they were talking about podcasts, when they was talking about putting their podcast together, it was just kind of coming off the top of the dome. I met a director. I started telling him about the movie scripts. I don't even talk about the movie scripts anymore because I know a specific, like 2 directors where I'm from that I want to work with. And I'm just not ready to just go let them read a script or, you know what I'm saying, let them see the opening part of the script and then we just get busy. But I met a director. I'm telling him about the opening scene. He like, man, Joe, like, we need to link. He like, I'm from Florida, but, man, I'm out of Houston right now. And I'm, what part of Houston? Man, Houston is Houston. Just so happened, my people down in Houston, so I kind of know the area that he was talking about. I threw a couple names out. He kind of knew somebody that I knew, which was a big deal, which means I did not make it down there on accident. I'm not saying that I'm going to shoot with this cat because I want to shoot my movies in Joliet, where I'm from. But, you know what I'm saying? If the money right, maybe down the line somewhere, we linked up, we exchanged numbers, it's going to be a big deal, bro. And this is what happens from weekends like the one I just had. Who else is in here? Bro, I'm telling you, like, the Okay Then podcast, she was a therapist. Man, we started talking about right off the rip why blacks don't seek therapy. Like, right off the rip, April Showers, what's going on, sweetheart? Right off the rip, she's the host of the Okay Then podcast. Again, I put this up so y'all can see. But right off the rip, she was like, man, and I swear she pulled this right out of my mind. If y'all don't believe me, you can ask my wife. She was like, black people don't go see therapists because they got to pay for it. And I was like, you just gonna say that to me? She was like, yeah, no, I'm not saying it like crazy. She like, but think about it. She like, growing up, what are you told? What happens in this house stays in this house. I'm like, facts. She was like, but you'll have that one friend that you can confide in, and then when y'all friendship break up, what do? They tell all your business. Do you have an IG as well, or just this channel? No, I actually do. Kat. But it's my new IG, so I don't, again, I don't have a lot of followers on here. My old IG channel got took, and somebody's probably going to hijack my other Facebook page. So that's why I'm going to just start shooting on this. But this is my IG channel. And that's where I'm going to just start putting all my reels and stuff, to be honest. I'm going to put all my reels on there. Every now and again, I'll probably go live on there. I'm not real big on live on Instagram because I just don't have, obviously, this is a new page. On the other page, I had like 4,000 followers, 3,000 followers, something like that. But I had just really, like my homegirl had really just taught me how to really build on Instagram. And I built it up, and I had a hater come through. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. But it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. Do what you feel like you have to do because, man, that's one of them humps in the road. I'm a big deal where I'm from. I'm not even playing. Like, I do this for real. So you can't slow me down. You can't stop me. Motherfucker just went in on my Facebook page and erased, like, all of my reels. But it's like, you dummy. You erased the reels, and the reels that's on the other page is the one that's busting. So whatever. Have fun with that. But the therapist from the OK Then podcast, she was like, man, when your friendships break up, the first thing they do is tell your business. And I'm like, fuck, that's true. So then she's like, man, black people always want to feel comfortable who they tell their business to because you can't trust everybody. And I'm like, damn, are you standing inside my brain right now? Like, legit, because that's how I feel. And that's the reason why I would say if I was suffering from any trauma, which I don't know that I am, but I don't know that I'm not either. You know what I'm saying? Show one more time, please. Definitely. I wouldn't be willing to go see a therapist because I have to pay you. It's the I Just Want to Talk. It's I Just Want to Talk 20. So I actually started this page in 2020 when I started podcasting. I Just Want to Talk 20. I don't got a lot of stuff on there, but again, that's the joint from the pitch. You was there. You saw it. So I uploaded it. But black people, we don't. If I feel like I got to pay you to help me, then you're not helping me. You're only doing it because I'm giving you money, which was crazy. And when she said it, bro, like, I just was like, man, I was so dumbfounded. Like, damn, somebody who get it. So she has her own podcast. It's a really big deal. I'm definitely rocking with her. Knowledge with Key. Y'all got to check this joint out. Again, bro, listen, don't look at the followers. Don't look at who she's following. Just go subscribe. I'm not kidding. Young lady out of college, just recently out of college, she graduated. We standing, it's like a little vegan ice cream thing. And I'm like, man, you know, it's vegan, so it can't be too bad. You know what I'm saying? If anybody in my core watching, I hadn't been talking about it, but I'm on a 30-day, like, fruit and vegetable fast. It's a detox. I mean, y'all might see that I'm looking a little slimmer in the face, but that's because I haven't had a warm, hot meal in 25 days. I'm glad that this is the last week of this. I start this new 75 hard. That's a whole big deal. But, I mean, I didn't make a big deal out of it because I didn't want anybody to think whatever. I don't even want to tell you why I'm doing it because it's just crazy. When God say sit down, you just sit down. That's all I'm going to say. And y'all know I'm not the biggest religious motherfucker. I'm the least religious nigga that y'all going to ever come across. But God was like, man, bro, I'm preparing you for something. But I can't get you ready for what I'm about to give you if you won't do this. And I'm talking about I done sat down. I have not spent any frivolous amounts of money. I have not had a hot meal. I've eaten fresh fruits and fresh vegetables for 25 days. If you don't believe me, I almost broke last night, but not because I was hungry, but I was ripping and running all day. And like when you're eating different, you get a whole new level of energy. Like food isn't empty calorie food makes you hungry because it'll fill you up, but your body is telling you, give me more fat, give me more sugar, give me more high fructose corn syrup. But when you're doing fruits and vegetables, it'll like energize you. So I'm just ripping and running yesterday. Didn't have time to sit down and eat. Like 11 o'clock, I'm sitting down watching TV with my wife. And I'm like, man, I got this bag of Flamin' Hots in the counter. I had the heat on. I left the heat on all weekend, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me. I was finna bust them joints down, and my wife was like, man, you finna go ahead and waste 23, 24 days of what you've been doing just because you haven't. And I didn't ever even open them. I'll show them to y'all. Y'all gonna be like, oh, you wouldn't have bought them. I'll FaceTime my wife right now and be like, hey, go in the cabinet and get the joints if y'all don't believe me. But that's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. But God told me nigga to sit down. And I'm only gonna say God told me nigga sit down because my granny used to tell me when I was a kid, God is only gonna come to you as you are. Period. So when I talk to God, I'd be like, hey nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yada yada yada. That's just what I do. Pardon me if y'all don't like it, if y'all don't want to watch me no more, I get it, I understand. Y'all, he calling God a nigga, whatever. My relationship is my relationship. How you have your relationship with God, I don't blame you. But God, like, nigga, sit down because I'm about to give you something, but I need you to know how to use it. I need you to know what to do with it, and I need you to be disciplined. If you go on my TikTok page, I have a reaction to the brat being pregnant, and it like jumped into the algorithm again, and they dragging me. Like in their minds, they're dragging me. Like I can give less than a fuck. I feel how I feel. I said what I said. I'm not taking it back. And they're coming at me on there, and I'm just like, bro, I'm just sitting back reading it constructively. I'm not saying that it took 25 days to grow up or mature or anything of that nature, but I'll say this. 30 days ago, DA would have been on there every post going back and forth with them, and I'm just reading it and listening and understanding. That's what this is about. God said, sit down because I need you to understand what you're about to go through. I'm about to give you everything that you asked for, and I listen, I don't know what the hell God sounded like. It wasn't a voice, but when it came to me, it was so clear. It was just like, yeah, I'm doing that. So I went on a 25-day, well, I'm out on a 30-day fruits and vegetable detox. But knowledge was key. Young lady fresh out of college, we're having this conversation standing at this vegan ice cream truck. She was like, yeah, man, when I started school, I thought by the time I graduated, I was going to have all of this knowledge about being an adult and coming into the world, and I thought I was just going to be ready. She was like, yeah, no, they don't tell you that part. Like, yeah, going to college doesn't make you an adult. And I'm just listening to her. I'm not even talking. I'm just listening. And she like, yeah, man, the stuff that I go through in my everyday and me having to work and me having to be responsible and me having to, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, no, she can't see it, but she's grown up. But she has something to offer to those level of people. Fresh out of college, trying to figure something out. It is what it is. The Smokers Room Vibe. It's a podcast for hookah smokers. Bro, again, I'm just going to keep repeating this. Don't look at the followers. They got great content. They had great energy. They sit down and smoke hookah and shoot a podcast. It's just crazy, bro. And there's 1, 2, 3, 5 more. But I don't want to, I'll do that Friday. It was a big deal, man. Like Kat said, bro, next year, it's going to be even bigger. April Shower, she was probably there. That looks like somebody I followed. I probably need to know what your Instagram is, but your caricature on your picture, I think I just remotely remember seeing that in my Instagram. So, man, it was so many people that was just thinking how I was thinking. Crazy. But anyway, Friday, we talked about Marcus Houston and his 20 years his junior wife. Last Thursday. I didn't shoot Friday because I had to catch a flight, get up out of here. But Marcus Houston is 20 years older than his wife. He said when she was 17, that's when he met her. They didn't have any real conversations when they met. Marcus Houston later on goes on to say when she turned 18, they realized that they vibed in music, that they vibed through the spirit of God. And he knew right then and there that was the woman he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. I'm not judging you, Marcus Houston, because who am I to judge? I'm nobody, right? Yeah, man, you got to make that make sense to somebody. I need some Blistex because if I keep licking my lips, my wife going to kill me. Marcus Houston, man, that's a whole nother level of focus, bro. Man, Kat, I'm not gonna hold you, but I remember I just said I'm not judging Marcus Houston. So Marcus Houston, whatever you do, bro, you do. If her family allowed you to get away with it, because he said they met through mutual friends, bro, you're 20 years older than her. What mutual friends do you have outside of her parents? Which, if her parents set you up for the whole situation, hey, man, have at it, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do. But you definitely groomed that young lady. You can sit in front of a camera and tell the world all of the stuff you want to tell the world, bro. I'm not going. You groomed that girl. You told her, hey, look, man, I'm Marcus Houston. I'm worth about 3-4 million. I got stuff over here going on. I got stuff over here going. I would be able to take care of you for the rest of your life. Look at me. I look good still. I'm in good shape. All this and all of that. And she was like, girl, she told one of her friends, I'm finna get me some Marcus Houston. Maybe he can introduce me to Omarion. I don't know that was the real conversation, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't hold it against me. But it is what it is. Marcus Houston's wife is 20 years younger than him. Come on, bro. Y'all bonded through Jesus? Come on, bro. What music? Y'all not even listening to the same music. I'm going to be honest. I'm still listening to Anita Baker. I might listen to some new stuff every now and again, but come on. Like her, I just really got on Coco Jones. I ain't going to hold y'all. Coco Jones is fire right now. Jhené Aiko been fire since the beginning of time, so I'm definitely rocking. So I'm not going to act like it's not a big deal, but, bro, it's a big deal, bro. Y'all didn't bond through music. You seen her and you groomed that girl. Chance the Rapper went to Carnival. I guess Carnival was last week, the week before. A whole lot of people went to Carnival. And on the outset of going to Carnival, I think your significant other knows what happens at Carnival. It's a lot of scantily clad women, meaning they don't have a lot of clothes on. They naked, dancing in the parade. Now, Chance the Rapper goes to Carnival. Somebody records Chance the Rapper getting twerked on. And I'm talking about, when I say twerked on, Chance was smacking that joint. Hey, real quick, Kat. Anita Baker will be, I don't know where you are, but just look it up. She's on tour this year. She'll be here in Illinois, June 24th. I'm talking about, bro, I cannot wait. Go to, that was my old Instagram. My daughter, I got a 2-year-old daughter. My daughter be singing Sweet Love, like word for word, all in the lyrics. That's how much we listen to Anita Baker in my house, in the car. As a matter of fact, it was like 3 of her nighttime songs. A lot of black people might not know what nighttime songs are. My daughter listened to Anita Baker as her nighttime songs to put her to bed, for the first 2 years of her life, for the first year and a half. After a while, she just didn't want to hear no more music. She, like her daddy, when she lay down, she just wanted to go to sleep. My son listens to Anita Baker and white noise. So it depends on what type of mood he in. If he real cranky, you got to play Anita Baker. If he fresh out the bathtub and he cranky, put that white noise on, he going out like a light. I can't make this shit up. If y'all don't believe me, try it out on your kids. If you got young babies or just young children as a whole, just be careful where you put it, because a young kid going to take the speaker and play with it and not go to sleep. I'm just saying. Chance the Rapper was getting twerked on, bro. He's smacking all type of ass. And the question was, is he wrong? Can't remember what my take was, but I don't think so. If I'm going to Carnival, my wife knows where I'm going. I'm going to Carnival. They dressed Crepe Rihanna doing a Carnival. Bumbakla. You know what I'm saying? They getting busy at Carnival. I'm going to dance. Whoever recorded Chance the Rapper dancing, you bogus. Because when he realized he was being recorded, he had that, I done fucked up look on his face. Chance the Rapper is married. Is he wrong for dancing on another woman? No, I don't think so. Because I would like to believe that when my wife goes out with her friends and she go to the club and she dancing, I don't know what's happening. I don't question it. Have a great fucking time. Come home. If it was some nigga you was crushing on, come home and act like I'm him. Take me down as if, you was doing what you was doing. Bro, as a people, we can't keep our spouses, bro, from doing anything. They're adults. It's how far you let it go. If you gonna go out and have some fun and go dance with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You in the mode, especially if you've been drinking. Now, if you end up not coming home, you come in the next day smelling like some dussy, I'm gonna know something happened here. You know what I'm saying? Naturally, don't stay out all night, because I don't want to get a domestic. But I'm just saying, I can't keep you from having fun, because your fun doesn't revolve around me. My fun doesn't revolve around you. All that I ask is just don't take it too far. Oh, well, me dancing on the man or your wife dancing on the man is taking it too far. No, it's not, bro. She knows how to dance. My wife is fine as fuck, or beautiful. I don't think you can call a woman fine. Beautiful as fuck. I know when she goes out, niggas hit on her. I know this because I dress her. Yeah. Now, I don't send her out the house where her titties are all out, but still, I dress her, and I'm one of the most stylish people I know. So if I'm dressing her, I know every time she steps out the house, niggas is hitting on her, because every time I step out the house, women are saying, God damn, boy, you are handsome. And I'll be like, don't let this little gray fool you. I will cut this shit off. Bro, I had to cover my dimples up. My wife made me cover my dimples up with my beard because she said I smile too much and it's attractive. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say, oh, well, damn, boy, you got a big-ass forehead. But I got hair, though, so I got a hairline. I get a haircut, I'm him. You can't convince me that I'm not the finest motherfucker walking when I get a haircut. Now, when I let it grow out, I'm still handsome. I'm just not as fine as I am with a haircut. But that is what it is. When my wife goes out, have a good time. So Chance the Rapper is not wrong for dancing at Carnival. Smacking on the ass, maybe it was a little too far, but it's okay. You're Chance the Rapper. Your wife knows when you're out with your entourage, you are going to have a good time, and nobody should care because you're Chance the Rapper, bro. Do what you do, man. You're an entertainer. You have to entertain people, and this is what one of the conflicts me and my wife used to have. You know, hey, you just hit that. You know what I'm saying? I know I did. This is one of the conflicts me. Speaking of my wife, that's her right there. She cute 1013. That's one of her damn channels or whichever one of these. I don't know what's going on. But you see, my wife is fucking beautiful. So if she's going to go out and people say, well, you should know your wife. She shouldn't, man, go have a good time. Go and have a good time. But that was one of the issues we had, like, because I'm an entertainer. So sometimes I say things. Sometimes I'm going to lend to a conversation that isn't always, you know, the right level of, oh, man, you married, you shouldn't say that. Nigga, I'm here to entertain. So I have to be. So that's like a compromise me and my wife had to come to. So again, if my wife is out and she want to twerk on Chance the Rapper, she better get some money, goddammit. Because don't come back and I see some video and I'll be like, hey, so you was throwing that thing back on Chance. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't have like no little podcast channel he can throw me on or something. You know what I'm saying? If not, she going to be wearing them damn Waiting to Exhale dark glasses for a couple weeks. Don't ask me why she going to be doing it. I'm just saying, dog, let me stop playing before y'all really think. My wife is a boxer in her head. In her head, she's a boxer. She boxed me. She gonna get boxed up, sent to another goddamn state. Play with me. You better go on somewhere, woman. Anyway, speaking of the words of my brother DP, we reheated cold fries Thursday. We brought back the conversation of the teacher and the student in the classroom fighting. When I first talked about it last week on a recap, was it the recap or I talked about it the week before? I don't know. I can't remember. But when I first talked about it, I was just trying to look and see who was wrong. Was the teacher wrong? This was the situation where the teacher took the little girl's cell phone. And I'm sorry, y'all, I deleted all of the stuff out. I don't have it queued up. But I think, excuse me, every time I get on the mic, I have to belch. That was very rude. Very rude. Please forgive me. We was talking about the teacher, the cell phone incident where the young lady walked behind the desk. The teacher was kind of like shoving her a little bit, and then they commenced the fighting. I was looking for right and wrong in the beginning. At a point, I think I'd switch gears on the right and wrong only because everything in the school system is different now. It's not as cut and dry as it used to be. You know, we grew up, anybody who's older than 30, you know what I'm saying? We grew up with a different level of respect. It's a lot has happened. A lot has taken place in this new day and age, whereas, you know, you got cell phones is like the most prevalent thing, right? Everybody has a cell phone. You got grannies that's twerking. Yeah. You got grannies who's doing the latest dance steps with their grandkids. Like, only time I saw my granny dance when I was a kid, it was like on a Saturday when everybody was over, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was turning some music on, but she wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And it was still like a level of respect. You know what I'm saying? These grannies now is in the club with their daughters. You know what I'm saying? Not their granddaughters, but they're in the club. These mothers are in the club with their daughters. So it's just the way things are happening. The dynamic is different. So, and speaking to a friend that teaches, they're in education. It's like, yeah, no, bro, the way things happen is a whole lot different. And not to blame any person, because my brother was like, we can't be place blaming. The way that these children are being raised is a completely different dynamic. It's a completely different atmosphere than when we were growing up. These children nowadays, and I'm not saying all of them, of course, because you can't, nothing is absolute. But a lot of these children are being raised differently. They don't have that level of respect for authority or adults. And it makes sense. A lot of these children are now calling teachers by their first name. I remember, bro, that was like breaking the cardinal rule when I was in school. You couldn't call a teacher. It was always Miss. And if you did say their first name, it was Miss first name. But now these kids is in school and they doing whatever. They're recording everything. They arguing. And then, two, these teachers are a lot younger. Although this teacher had been teaching for over 20 years, but she had a younger appearance. So that would lead me to believe that she had somewhat more of a friendship with her students. Sita, what's up, man? Hey, Sita, I meant to reach out to you. I'm sorry. I don't know if you told me that you were in a different state or something like that, but I want to get you in the studio, man, because you be showing love, and I got something for you. But Sita says, I said the student was wrong, but after speaking to a teacher and hearing her point of view, I think the teacher could have tried to handle it better. Again, Sita, I did the same exact thing. I was looking for right and wrong, but again, just like you, after talking to a friend of mine who's in education, it shined the light a little bit brighter on the situation, and I was able to understand both sides a little better. So when you have this happen, you have very disrespectful kids, one. You have children who probably, you know what I'm saying, just they like that for real. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that they're disrespectful, but they just carry themselves this way because this is how they're able to carry themselves at home when they're home, mom or dad, whatever the situation is. And then you have these teachers who are still like, see, do you look like you my age? I don't know. You might be younger than me. I can only see a small screenshot of you, but I would give you 25, 30. Like when I was 14, 15, 16, in my mind, like my mama was a level of grown that you didn't play with. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, but my mama was a level of grown, but it was only because the way we were raised, it was like ironclad. So you didn't do that. Whereas now parents are more friendlier to their children. Like they talk more, they delegate more, they allow their children to not so much be combative, but they allow their children space to have conversation. And so you get in this situation where you have teachers who are doing the exact same thing to be relatable to these kids. So instead of us looking at it, or for me, I don't know about you, but instead of me looking at it like who's right or wrong, try to understand where it's coming from. So these kids in here, they in class, man, I beat your ass, and not talking to the teacher, but they talk to each other, because they play in this way. They jargon back and forth. And this teacher probably like, man, if one of these kids try me, I'll fuck them up. Kat says, yeah, she was ill prepared to handle the situation. No de-escalation practices or anything. And I think, Kat, that's ultimately why she ended up losing her job, because they do have de-escalation courses that you go through when you're going into education. And then, just the same way with any job interview, when you interview for a job for a school, you actually do have to go through the training before you become a full-time teacher. But I do think that the substitutes get the same situation. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me. But there is some type of DS. But like I said, she's in that space where she's being relatable to these kids. And then at the same time, she's being partially disrespected or feel like they're being disrespectful. So in a case where the little girl get to popping off, she like, if this little bitch get out of her body, I'm going to fuck her up. And essentially that's what ended up happening. The little girl took that last little shove, swung teacher like, yeah, teacher hit her with that Mayweather. Bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying? And, my bops are just, they bops. But again, I now have a deeper understanding of what's happening in the classrooms. Me being the big old age of 38, I haven't been in the classroom in quite some time. But I mean, well, my kids are different. My son, when he was in high school, yeah, I'm that old. When my son was in high school, he had his issues, but even still, he knew there was a fine line. You can pop off and get put out the class, and when you come home, we gonna talk about it. But bro, you never. I'm breaking everything. You come through this door and these people talking about, because now that changes the dynamic. Now this little girl's life is forever changed. She's not in public school anymore. She looked to be a freshman or a sophomore. So now you're probably going to have to go to alternate school for at least a year or maybe 2. So you won't even be able to walk with your friends. And that's one of those things. But again, the dynamic has changed in the schools. The dynamic has changed in the schools. And it's actually quite crazy that that's the case. Cat Beauty says, I actually student taught music ed as a senior and in college. There's a strong balance between the respect line and relatability. Ooh. Cat, we're going to have to get you in here on one of these Fridays. Remotely. I got that type of capability. Again, if you hear, go ahead and share this joint. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, or where it's at, there it is. Get on over, man. It's the I Just Want to Talk podcast. I kind of want to get into that a little bit too. These next 2 podcasts, I will be shooting them on this channel, but come like mid-May, I'm not even going to shoot on Facebook anymore. Yeah, that's going away. I'm going to completely get away from Facebook because I'm not looking for popularity numbers. And I'm not saying that anybody is, but this is a real true passion of mine. That's something that I learned actually this weekend when I was in Atlanta for the Black Effects Podcast Festival. It's like, yeah, bro, stop shooting for your friends. Stop shooting for your friends. Your friends, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to, they know you. So they get entranced in just watching you and listening because you're DA, you cool. Stop putting on for your city. Like if your city really rock with you, they'll come on over and watch you on YouTube. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. And when he said stop shooting for your friends, you're like, man, it's not a popularity contest. They know you already. So they're not going to show you no love because they showing you love by just watching. It's like, damn, that's a big deal. So eventually, again, mid-May, I'm going to push this thing over to YouTube 100%. I'll post the clips on my social media pages, but outside of that, yep, we're not doing that no more. But yeah, no, man. So again, that was the recap. Man, the Black Effects Podcast Festival. I cannot understate it. Tomorrow, this is what I want y'all to do. I got one more, and I wanted to wait on this one because I want y'all to go over and watch Ladies Night. No, that's the Jigsaw. Dang, which one was it? The Relay? The Relay. It ain't coming up, DA. Uh-oh. Find it, bro. Yeah, no, it ain't coming up. So I'm going to swipe a couple times. Here it go. And just like that, the Relay Convo. Get over and check this out. It's tomorrow night. I think they're going to be shooting at 8:15, and it'll be a live broadcast. The Relay Convo 23. The Relay Convo 23. Tomorrow at 8:15. It's Ladies Night. If y'all want to check me out on somebody else's podcast, I'm finna get on there and get busy on Ladies Night. I don't know what they're going to talk about, but I'm just going to be there to argue because that's what I do. And that's just what I do. I'm good at it. I'm super good at it. No, I'm not going to go over there and start any arguments. I'm just going to go have a good time, man. Oh, shit. I just thought about something. I'll probably have to shoot that from the living room. So y'all probably going to hear Denver in the background. Let me just throw that out there. Denver is going to be Denvering tomorrow at 8:15 when I'm on these people podcasts. Or you know what? If Denver is too busy Denvering, I'm probably just going to watch for the first time. That's what I would do. I watch for the first time. Although I do have an invite. So let me text Rose and be like, I'm going to be home maybe next time. Because my daughter is something else. Denver, baby, y'all do not know this little 2-year-old going on 27. She do not play no games. She is something else. Anyway, man, I'm DA. It was the recap. Hey, man, Cat, I rock with you, man. You my new friend. On God, on everything I love. Cedar, you know how we play. And to everybody else, man, who I bumped into or met, and you decided to follow this broadcast and watch me, I appreciate you. Keep sticking around, man. I got a lot more. It's DA. It's I Just Want to Talk podcast. This was the recap. Y'all have a good night. Peace.